All right, hey guys, welcome to my third live stream. Coming at you from Eagan, Minnesota, and this is a bullet stream. I'm going to stream on lichess, and we've got 10 minutes to the start of this tournament. This is a tournament I just created. We got 9 players in already. I put a link on Twitter, so hopefully a bunch of you guys saw it. And yeah, this stream is a little bit of a late night stream. It's 11 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Sorry once again to all the European viewers. You might just have to watch this in the archive. I promise I'll do a stream that's more friendly for you guys, time-wise. So give me a little shout out in the chat on my stream if you can hear and see me. We've got a good little lineup going, and it's rumored that International Master Greg Shahade will be joining us in this tournament that I just created, the Kozol tournament. So if you're watching the stream right now, get on lichess, play in the Kozol tournament. I'm going to put the link in the YouTube chat. All right, we got Charles Messer, Anton, they're in the chat. Hello to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Late night Sunday stream. Can't beat that. Got a bunch of people in the lichess chat. I see that Greg still hasn't stepped up and joined yet. So, Greg, what's up with that? He was talking a lot of smack on Twitter, so is he going to step up and join? Hello to you, Goez. I see you there. Blessed Soul says, is this only for Finns fans? No, this is open to everyone. I did create this tournament and put out a link, but anyone is free to enter, so spread the word, Blessed Soul. Volt is ready to be crushed in the 1-minute tournament. Starts in 8 minutes. We're rolling no matter what the number of entrants in 8 minutes. Hello to Kochamer. Hello to Tony Rowe, our good friend Tony Rowe. Mr. Tony Rotella. And we have Trifon's Chicken Kebab. I know a lot of people got a kick out of that username. Oh, he just left. He must have heard me talking about him. And we got guys like Volt, WZ Do, and Corey561. So some of the lower rated players, but they're not afraid to get in and mingle too. Hello to Jay Bartholomew too. David Souls in the YouTube chat says hello. How's it going, David? Hope you're having a good weekend. Anton, are you getting in there? You better. It's not a tournament if you're not present, Anton. Hello, Brian. How's it going? And since we've got a few minutes to the start, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I don't have anything planned for these next few minutes while we count down to the tournament. Obviously, we don't care about any Q&A. Just fast forward and you'll see the tournament start. But any questions? I'm game for these as we try to get more players in here. We're up to 12. That's awesome. Anton says, I can't play in the tourney. I'm chicken. You can't be more chicken than Trifon's Chicken Kebab. So you should just enter, Anton, and get it over with. Troy Franson says, hey, Finns, good luck. Thanks, Troy. Are you going to play? You better. Super Ivanho says, hi there, Bullet Master. How's it going, Ivan? Okay, we got our first question. Isaac says, what was your most memorable game? Good question. So the question was, what is the most memorable game, not my best game? I would say my most memorable game was a game I won in 9th grade at the National High School Championship. I was playing Yelena Gorlin in the last round, and I was a freshman in high school, so I was in 9th grade. It was my first year playing the National High School Tournament, and I was 6-0 at that point in the tournament. It was a 7-round tournament, and I was playing Yelena Gorlin in the final round. We both had perfect scores, and I won the game, and I became National High School Champion at the age of 15, which was pretty cool at the time. That was like my breakthrough tournament, and I'll always remember that tournament and that game in particular, playing on the top board for all the marbles in the final round. And I've got a great picture of me sitting at the demonstration board where the game was being broadcast. This was in 2002, I believe. So it's been a while. But yes, I won the U.S. National High School Tournament in 2002. And I hope nobody from the USCF is watching this, but I took the board that I won the tournament on. They have those like little roll up. They're like, I don't know, just some sort of material, kind of cheaper material that a lot of the tournament boards are made from. But I took that board and I saved it and I brought it home with me to Minnesota. So I always have this board now to commemorate that game. Neil says, I think I've asked you before, but what do you think of Chess 960? Chess 960 is awesome. I really like it. I need to play more of it on my channel. I haven't played that much of it, but I really like Chess 960. It's just chess in its purest form, devoid of endless battles in the opening, and it's just chess. If you're good at normal chess, you're going to be good at Chess 960. Unless you're one of those players who is completely reliant on your opening knowledge, but there's really not that many of those players out there. So yes, I love Chess 960. I want to play more of it on my channel. Brian says, just wanted to say you single-handedly got me into chess, John, and basically all my friends that I forced into playing with me. Awesome. Really like to hear that. Yeah, chess is a great game. And I'm glad you found that out. I've talked to people of all ages and skill levels and interest levels in chess, and it's amazing how people can just pick it up at some point in their life and they kind of get bitten by the chess bug, and that's that. You just kind of get addicted to playing this awesome game. It's really fun. Anton says, when I fianchetto a bishop in front of my castled king, I almost always refuse to trade that bishop for a knight. Is this too stubborn of an approach? So when you fianchetto a bishop in front of your castled king, I refuse to trade that bishop for a knight. Well, if you fianchetto a bishop, and it's especially by your king, like usually you want to retain that bishop for protection of your king. So this is a little abstract, but if you think about a position where white plays, let's just say move 1, g3, and then bishop to g2, and then knight to f3, and then castles. So you've got that fianchettoed bishop on g2. You probably shouldn't be trading that for a knight, if I'm understanding your question correctly. Sometimes people will do that as sort of a hyper-modern strategy. They might take like that bishop on g2 and take a black knight on c6, but that would have to be for very specific reasons. And unless you're good enough to understand that, I would say don't do that. Keep that bishop for protection. Joel says, John, do you ever play the queen d6 Scandinavian? And what are your thoughts on that variation versus the queen a5 or queen d8 Scandi? I don't have a lot of experience with the queen d6 Scandinavian. I really don't. I played it a few times in Blitz, but I've always felt the queen is just too exposed on that square. I like d8 or a5. It's just a safer square, and d6, I feel like I would always be concerned about the queen's well-being, and that would affect my treatment of those Scandi positions. Christopher says, do you think Magnus Carlsen would be worse or even better at Chess 960? Like, would he be world champion if they played Chess 960 instead? I think so. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Magnus is not noted for his deep opening preparation. He knows a variety of openings, but he's not one of those guys that you're going to see plowing through like 40 moves of theory for the most part. He kind of goes his own way, so I think Chess 960 would play to his benefit, I would imagine. Eric says, hi all, 5 a.m. in London. Hey, thanks for staying up or getting up early. Appreciate it. You should join us in the tournament. I'm going to put the link in the YouTube chat one more time just so people can find it. Let's take a couple more questions, and then we're about to start here. We got 21 players. Awesome. Matthew says, what's up, John? Do you ever play black in the Shigorin where you give up both bishops and double white's pawns? Nope, not my type of opening. I play the white side of that opening a lot, but yeah, I generally stay away from the Shigorin. Has Shahadi entered the tournament yet? Good question. I don't see him up there. I think he's ducking us, guys. I think Greg is ducking us after everything he said on Twitter. Shahadi is scared, according to Troy. Yes, I agree. Joe says, John, can you play the Portuguese Scandi sometime? Yeah, I got to play that line. That's in the 2 knight f6 variation. So e4, d5, e takes d5, knight f6. And then after d4, playing bishop g4 and playing it like a gambit. There's a book that was written recently called Smerdon's Scandinavian by David Smerdon. He's an Australian grandmaster, and he advocates that line in the book, apparently. Okay, I'm going to answer some more questions. The plan is to play this one tournament. This is a 30-minute tournament, and we're going to have a lot of fun while we're playing, and maybe take a little bit of a break and then play another one if we got enough interest. So save your questions. Sorry, I saw there were a couple questions I didn't get to. but we are about to start. 5 seconds. Let's get those late joiners in there. You can still join even if the tournament starts. So here we go. We got 24 players. Coach Hammer, Just Kid, Tony Rowe, Jay Bartholomew 2 at the top. All right. Ooh, I got to turn on my sounds. And I am playing Sola Fide. Oh, I'm berserking this game to start. This will be fun. Let's take that. Knight c6. He's playing uber solid. He's playing a London system with that bishop on f4. Ooh, he let me win this pawn, though. I like winning that pawn because then I can win c3 as well. Let's back the queen up. Maybe I can take d4 next. I'm not going to risk it, though. I'm just going to develop. I don't want to fall too far behind in the development category. Sola Fide is doing all right, though. He lost a couple pawns early on, but he's hanging in there. All right. Oh, don't play knight bishop f3. Please don't attack that. He played it a move later. Maybe it would have been stronger on the previous move. Trade queens? I'm okay with a trade on that square. I'm looking solid. Ooh, I didn't see that, actually, but let's do this. He can take... I dropped the bishop. But he can take and then win my rook. If he had played knight takes b5. Might not happen, though. Sola Fide. Don't hurt me too bad. I'm going to go after your rook on c1. Oh, boy. This is not good. He can take d4. Rook takes d4 is a very good move right now. Uh-oh. Let's do this. Ah. Oh, man. Hurry. I'm going to try to win that last pawn at least. Don't do it, Sola Fide. I want to win my own tournament. Please don't do it. I'm trying not to stalemate him. Oh, I just barely won. Ooh. Man. My viewers and subscribers really came to play. I know this. I know they're going to be out for blood the whole time. All right, Plor. Not berserking you. Let's play e4. Knight c3. That game was too close of a call. I need to just chill out. Remember, it's a 30-minute tournament. Good luck to everyone, by the way. Let's play queen e2. Probably go for castle queenside. Oh, let's play e5 now. Okay. Maybe I can strike against his king side a little bit. g4 is looking nice, trying to boot that knight. h4, h5? Yeah, let's go h4, h5. See, in this sort of hippo setup, black really has to control the pawn breaks well. Because if they don't, they get hurt real fast. Like now f takes g allows knight g5. I'm going to get into e6, and this is just mayhem. Here. I can actually take a pit stop and go get the c7 pawn to make matters worse for black. I guess he can take f4, but on the whole, I don't think I really care. I've got an extra rook. I'm threatening knight e6. Yeah, he just resigned. All right, who do we got here? We have 34 players. Lufo is in first place with 6 points. Lufo says, where's the stream? And I think Cozy just linked him. So, hope you like the stream, Lufo. Check it out. Uh-oh, 1, 2, 3. I'm berserking you. I'm playing a delayed Scandi. The delayed Scandi is still strong, I hope. Let's actually bring this knight to h6. Kind of funky, but I'm hoping to go to f5 and kind of control the d4 square. Like this, for instance. Let's keep the queens on the board. That's a piece right there. Attacking that rook. Okay. It's a rook right there, too. Let's bring this back. Okay, I'm just going to look for swaps. This might not be the most desirable trade. I end up with kind of weak pawns here. But I'm up so much material, it doesn't matter now. Just need to get some pieces off the board. Let's take here. Double up these rooks. How about that? Bishop e5 coming. X-ray that king. This is looking very bad for white. I'm just going to double up the rooks. He can go do something with this rook, but if he leaves the first rank, he's going to get checkmated. Yeah, so he resigned. All right. Goez says, I will watch this later. Good games, guys, and good luck to all. Thanks for tuning in, Goez. Trying to keep an eye on the YouTube chat as well. It's a little hard, given how fast these games are going out, so YouTube chatters, if you want to, get in the lichess chat. Probably be even easier. Okay, let's take here. I'm up a pawn. Attacking the queen. Let's take here. I think knight b5 coming. Looks really dangerous. I can get into c7 now. Oh, yeah. This is going to be painful for black. Take. Let's just do this. Castle. Probably give a check here. Not sure I'm really getting much, though. This is all right. I'm up a decent amount of material. And this king is pretty much stuck in the center, too. For the moment. Save the knight. I can pin this knight and win it next move. I kind of played rook e1 instinctively, but it doesn't matter. We're still winning that. Let's get this rook involved. See if he wants to trade. Let's go here. I'll take that. Let's just run this pawn. All right, here's Ein. So we have 15 points. Who's going to catch me? What do you guys think? Joe says in the YouTube chat, when you say sharp line, what does that mean? That means that it's a line where you have to be very careful because any move that you might make may lose the game like instantly, or you might just wind up in a bad position because the play is so tactical. Basically, sharpness can be equated to the level of tactical opportunities available for the respective sides. So that's all it means. So a sharp position is one that you have to pay close attention to tactically. Like this. This is a position where I could lose instantly if Coach Amur plays correctly. I got to be very careful, I got to be honest, because yeah, now he can line up with my king like this, and I'm trying to escape right now. Queen takes f5 looks awfully strong if he finds it. Let's do this. Threaten. I'm going to try to escape with my king. He has queen takes f5 still, but it's not quite as bad because now I get to hide my king at least. Better come here. I've done well against Coach Amur in the past, I gotta say. But I know he's not going to let this 9-0 score go on forever. He's going to get a game off me at some point. I hope that never happens, but... Okay, let's do this. We can take on e5. Or do that. That move I did not see. This is looking desperate. All right, let's do this. Just trying to attack the king. I had knight f3. Did not notice that I had knight f3. That's annoying. What is this about? Okay, he's going after... This is weird. Oh, he had queen a6 mate. No, he didn't. Was his queen hanging? I think his queen was hanging. I didn't see it. Let's not lose instantly. Wow. I think I'm going to get him. Ooh, wow. I'm sorry, Coach Amur. That was really bad. That was a swindle and a half. He had queen a6 mate, and I think I missed that his queen was hanging at some point. Some people are saying lag. I didn't notice any there, but I can sympathize because that hurts when that happens. Han What is the next opponent? Let's play d4, d5. This player's pretty strong. 2367. Just play e6, c6. They might try for a c4 idea. Yep, from the looks of it. Okay, let's take. I'm going to go here and attack this. We'll give a check. I think h5, h4 maybe is not a bad plan. They can go e4. Okay, let's do this and attack that queen. Just try to keep him on his back foot here. Let's castle now. Maybe bishop e2 and d3. It's possible. Let's come here. Let's see if he wants to trade. Wants to do that. Okay, let's do this then. I think that bishop will be a pain, especially if I get the pawn to d3. This just looks pretty irritating for him. Is now bishop f2 is an idea? And that rook has nowhere to go. I know he's won a pawn, but Otherwise, his position... Oh, I dropped the bishop. Ooh. He didn't see it. Knight takes c5. He has rook c1 now. Okay, I'll bank that for sure. Let's play a5. Okay. Let's take. Let's try to chop this down. I want to get at that knight. He could back it up with e5, I suppose. Let's come here, trying to get rook c2 in. This looks bad for him. Yeah, he missed his chance. He definitely missed his chance with taking that free piece. Let's come here, attack that knight. Let's give it check, then pin. So now we're getting at d2. Yeah, this is no good for white. He's going to have a heck of a time stopping that a pawn. It's just down too much material. Let's come over here. Go attack that once more. Okay. So we win that game. I'm at 23 points. Listening to Finn's YouTube stream while watching his games here is weird. I feel like I'm predicting the future because of the lag. Yeah. Yup. Finn seems a lot faster when you play against him. Yeah, that's a common phenomenon. When you guys watch me on YouTube and stuff, a lot of people have commented that, you know, it's much easier to see or predict what's going to happen, and you might even see stuff that I missed. But yeah, that happens in every form of chess. Like, it's always easier to see stuff as a spectator than as an actual participant in the game. Well, not always, but a lot of times it is. It's just a common phenomenon. You can approach the game objectively. Often you have just more time to assess the position altogether. I'm berserking this game against Lufo, so I want to try to mate him really quickly. It's castle. I'm going to launch my A and my B pawns at him. He's trying for a checkmate on h7, but I stopped that. Let's do this. I know he can take c6, but I have rook c8 then if he does that. And he's going to have trouble on c2. So I want to go b4 or, you know, if he keeps it closed, b3 even. Oh, he's opening it up. Wow. He's going to roll out with the king. Not sure about that decision. Let's go here. b3 is an idea. You can try to do a queen trade. Whoops. He's got to be careful now. Ooh, I didn't notice that, though. Oh, boy. I'm going to lose this game, it looks like. From the looks of it. f4, maybe? Draw? Nope. I need to mate him somehow. Oh boy. Not gonna happen. Gotta go after this pawn. Oh no. I'm winning now, but I'm not gonna win. Oh, oh, Lufo, you got me, man. Nice game. All right, that's going to completely blow open the tournament with quite a bit of time remaining, too. Completely useless is the next game. Okay, let's play knight f3 in this one. Need to get back on track. Nice game, Lufo. Very nice game. You got me fair and square. Yeah. I think you moved a little bit too fast when the time was getting low, but honestly, you might have had the right strategy because my time was just so far down there. Okay, let's go here. Knight e3. Maybe. Yeah, it's castle kingside. We'll play it safe. a4, just try to undermine those pawns. Maybe go b4 too. I think he's going to try to maneuver that knight to e6 from the looks of it. Let's go here. I know he can get my dark square bishop then, but I'm hoping that maybe I can mount an attack on f7. It's going to be tough, though. Yeah, especially now. Let's kick that back, first of all. Not sure I want to play c4, because that gives away the d4 square. Let's come here. All right, let's take this way. This guy's playing well. Okay, he's giving us the d5 square now. Gotta watch f2. Bishop takes b5 we have, using the pin. Okay, now we're winning some material. Now the wheels are coming off a little bit for him. Let's push this. He can take that. Whoops. Let's come here. I could take g6 maybe, but I don't see a point in that. Coming out with the king. Let's give it a check and then push b5. Go rook c6. e4 maybe. I want to bring my queen up to like this square and attack g6. Let's come here, I guess. Ooh. I think we're winning now. He's got to give up his queen. All right, so we got that checkmate against completely useless. Close game, though. He had some play with his queen there at the end. My king was kind of open. All right. Anton, I don't see you in the tournament, man. Hello, Colin. This is a player who I know watches my videos, as evidenced by the fact that they're in my tournament. And he's had a lot of success recently, so congrats to you, Colin. I know you mentioned that you hit 2,000 on lichess a little while back, and I know you were pretty happy about that, so good job. Keep it up. Onward to 2,200. Let's do it. Okay, how are you going to get out of this bind? Because I feel like I have you under a bit of pressure right now. Maybe it's okay for you, but like this move, attack both the knights. I guess you can play f6. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear me saying that you could play f6 right now and save the piece. Actually, it doesn't, because I have bishop e3. Ah, h6, possibly even better than what I mentioned. Let's do it this way. Let's take, and then I'm thinking take on g6, but not. Let's take here, actually. Maybe this will work out. Because I don't think he ever really wants to take here and just open right towards his king. He would lose his knight if he does that too. Okay, take. Yeah, we're getting up real close to his king now. Probably he's got to play queen f7 or something for protection, but this is looking pretty bad. Now we're hitting this. He's getting very low on time now too. Knight e6 maybe coming. Let's just bank this piece. We don't have to take on f7. Yeah, this is going to be game. Okay, 27 points. Ooh, and Mr. Tony Rowe, 24 points. The author himself comes out of the woodwork. Okay, Tony. You know what I'm going with? I'm using a move of your favorite player. That's right, the Larson. I almost played bishop c4 there. That was bad. Using the Larson against you. Tony is a very big fan of Bent Larson. Knight d5. This looks kind of awkward. If he takes, I take. And I'll have a pin on the c6 knight. Okay, so let's take here. And I guess I'm going to do this. I'm hoping that this is worth the trouble. Let's play h3, actually. This is pretty cautious, but I just don't want anything to happen on g4. He can give me a check on e8 right now. But I'm up a pawn. No, 2 pawns. 2 pawns, and my king seems relatively safe. So I feel okay about it. I'm not getting mated on e1. I'm thinking I can castle by hand, actually. Just g3, king g2. Do a plan like that. Let's play d4 first, though. d4, d5. Looks pretty good. Queen into c2, yep. Let's threaten mate, first of all. I'm willing to give him 1 pawn to kind of dissipate this pressure. Oh. Yeah, actually, that loses the queen. All right, so we vanquished Tony. Sorry, Tony. Had to do it. I think Tony would be a lot higher rated if he played more often. But Tony is an accomplished engineer. He's got a day job. So I think, whoa, that was a really bad move by me. So I think that holds back his chess playing just a little bit. He was talking to me about fluid dynamics the other day. Just really high-level stuff that he's involved in. Smart guy. Ooh, that's a rook. Is this the same player who did that earlier against me? Lost the rook in similar fashion. Whoa, don't hang my queen. Okay, let's take this way. And then we'll play bishop e3 next move and look for further trades if he wants them. This guy seems content to just trade down all the time. Let's see if he takes on e3, because then I get rook d1. Yeah. I figured out uh-oh's secret. He just likes to trade all the time and take stuff. All right, so with 10 minutes remaining, we have 36 points. Completely useless. I got to handle him carefully, because that was a player who gave us trouble in that previous game with the same colors. He likes the old Indian, too. Let's play bishop g5. This variation. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play an early d5 against this line. That's how we're going to treat it. Let's play b4. We'll just see how he plays when the center becomes a little fixed. That was probably not a good idea by me. Okay, let's play h3. Play g3. Just stop knight f4. Let's come here. Rook h1. It's kind of cautious. Let's do this. Okay, now I'll play this to guard that square. I feel like this knight's going to be troublesome on that square, but we'll see if I can prove it. I wonder if he's going to try to take this c4 pawn. That would be pretty radical, but he might. He might just try to do that. Let's play queen d3. Guard c4 a bit more reliably. I'm not quite sure what to do. I want to break through, but it's hard. It's hard. Okay, let's do this. Now I have a weird plan in mind. I'm going to go queen c2 to d1. He's preparing a retreat for that piece. Annoying. Now, next I'll go knight a4. How about that? And attack b6 that way. Now, do you lose that? No, I guess not. All right. Retreat. I'm really having a hard time finding a plan here. This is not good. Well, b6 was hanging. All right, let's come in here. We drop his queen. Yeah, he's pre-moving there. He's just going to go all out to try to win something. Whoa. All right, that's checkmate. Wow. Wow. Nearly messed that up at the end. So we've got 44 players. I have 40 points. Looks like I opened up quite a bit of a lead on the field. Pretty strong tournament. Look at that. We got several 2,000 plus players in. And for the first tournament that we've done on lichess, this has been awesome. All right, Hawat again. Opening with knight f3. Let's play bishop f5, e6. This is the same line as before. I'll take that pawn this time. Because I think this pawn is something I can hang on to. It might be hard for him to get it back. Let's go here and attack this one. Let's do this. Yeah, he has a hard time defending that. Let's play rook d8. I'm still trying to get at f2 with this idea. Huh. All right, let's play... Nah, actually, I'm just going to do this. I know he's going to play h3 and kick me back, but I think my knight can come out via e7. And I believe the position's stable enough where I can do this. It's going to work out all right. This looks so awkward, but what is White doing in the meantime, you know? He has a hard time generating any threats. He's coming to d4 now. Let's play h4. Can I still castle? I think I can still castle. Let's do that. I had to double check and make sure. All right, the knight's defended. I can try to take on a4. Also, I can take on e4 whenever I want. It's quite nice. Let's just take. I mean, okay, he's going to take g6, I believe, but he's got nothing going on here. Let's do this and get the outside past a pawn. How's he going to cope with that? This looks like bad news. Bishop f1, kind of forced, maybe not. I can take f2 if I want. Let's do that. It's easiest, I think. Let's come here. e5 is also hanging. come here and just defend. All right, so won that game. 5 minutes left. Ed Moella says, how long has this been going and how much longer will it go? It's been going for, well, the stream has been going since the top of the hour. So about 35 minutes or so now. All right, Tony, let's go G3 this time. We'll switch up the fianchetto. We'll do a double fianchetto. And then knight F3. And maybe C4 to follow. Stake out some space. I'll play in ready style. Knight coming to D2 and then maybe rook C1, rook C2, queen A1. That's a characteristic ready maneuver. Yeah, let's do it this way. So you kind of get ready for the queen to come on the long diagonal here. Create a battery against that bishop on G7. Let's play H3. Maybe he'll go for E5. I don't know. Now I'm thinking try to embarrass this bishop where it stands. Okay, well, let's take. Take again. Knight C4, nah. Knight C4 would drop B3, so I gotta be cautious about that. All right, maybe Knight C4 next move. Come here. All right, so far so good. If he moves this knight, I really want to sack something on C6, I'm thinking. Can I do that? Take. Not sure. Let's do this instead. Just try to destabilize this position. He maybe could have taken that pawn, because my queen was trying to defend both the pawn and the knight. He has knight B3 here. Lots of stuff missed by me. Let's come here and just defend this. Okay, I will trade with you. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to do this. And take here. And try to get at B7. This looks promising somehow. Let's go E3. Looks like we might eke out a win this time. Just barely. Okay, so got the time win. But Tony defended well against those threats. Look at Lufo. Wow, 1850, but he's gaining 100, almost 100 rating points this tournament. And he's in second place with completely useless. Bowler Ivory, that's Shaunik, my student Shaunik, says, hey Shaunik, glad you were able to show up. You're on the West Coast, so I know this is a good time for you. All right, completely useless. What do you got for us? Bishop F4. I will take that pawn and I will try to hold on to it. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, now we'll play B5 and support it. Let's go bishop B7. Let's do this. See if we can take and then maybe play bishop D6 even. Okay, let's castle. So he's kind of shutting out this bishop. Maybe, okay, let's do this first. I want to get in C5. This is the break that you always want to get in these positions. Can I do it now? Probably not. Maybe knight B6 soon to assist in playing that break. Let's go G6. Kind of weakens the dark scores a bit, but I think it's all right. Let's do this. Because if he takes with the rook, I take here, and it's a discovered attack on this rook, and the queen's under attack. So that was not a good combo by completely useless. Yeah, they lose the rook. And we got our king well enough defended. I don't think there's going to be any surprises there. Let's just force the trade. Come here, attack the knight. Take. They lost the queen. And it looks like that might be it, because we're going to be only about 30 seconds left in the tournament. Let's go back and have a look. Yeah, 52 points. 44 players, awesome. Really glad you guys showed up, especially at this late of an hour. We're approaching midnight U.S. Central Time. Josh says, John, you're streaming. Yes, I am. How's it going, Josh? Kareem says, hey, Finns, great to see you. What's up, Kareem? Hope you've had a good weekend. All right, and we won the tournament. So 93% win rate, 33% berserk rate. So berserked in a third of our games. And congrats to Lufo and Completely Useless for getting second and third. Let's just see how much interest there is in another tournament. I think we've got 44 players. Maybe we'll do like one more tournament, do one more for the night. I'm not going to be streaming forever tonight, but I think we do one more. And okay, let me just put, if someone could post the stream URL in the lichess box right now, that would be good, just so people who maybe join this tournament but aren't watching can see my stream. So I'll create another tournament, and maybe we'll make it start in like, let's say 5 or 10 minutes. So hang tight, guys, while I do this. Create new tournament. All right, initial position rated. We want 1 again. Let's do another 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is a good amount of time. Time before tournament starts. Well, let's do 5 minute. I mean, most everyone who's going to play it is probably there already. So I'm posting this in the YouTube chat. I'm also going to post it on Twitter real quick. Thanks to lichess for having such an awesome site that allows us to create tournaments so easily. I mean, it's just fantastic. Kudos to Tybalt and all the other designers. This is just a great site, and I'm so glad that you guys are sharing this with the chess community. It's awesome. So I put out a tweet, put it in the YouTube chat. We already got 18 people in, so awesome. 4 minutes and change till start. Tony, isn't it past your bedtime? I'm glad you're still in this one, though. You're going to play again. Lufo says, I was 20-30 rating yesterday. Wow. Well, you're clearly a little underrated, Lufo. I think you might have been the only player to beat me in that last one. I think I lost one game, and I think it was to you. Charles, why do you guys say that? Don't give Tony any encouragement. I'm going to crush him again. Hanwat says, John, please berserk me. I'm not falling for that, Hanwat. I know that you're a 2350. Sometimes people will say, John, I hope you berserk me. And I just won't look at the rating. I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll berserk you. Why not? You're probably like 1500. So I probably won't berserk you, Hanwat. Maybe if I have a real solid lead, I might. Hello to Just Kid. How you doing, Ben? Ben just played in the Millionaire Chess Tournament. He was there competing in the under 2200 section. Greg is mad you created your own tournament when he is in another one. Well, he was free to join. I just put out a tweet saying I was going to play my viewers on lichess. And he's like, all right, it's going down. Let's do it. And then I tweeted him the link to the tournament, and he didn't join. So, all right. So just so you guys know, there will be a game coming out on my channel within a few days, me versus Greg. And I don't want to give anything away, but that might be part of the reason why he's so upset right now and why he's so thirsty for revenge. So just bear that in mind. And don't go spamming his Twitch chat or anything, but you can give him a hard time over there on Twitter. Trying to keep up with this chat. J Bartholomew 2 says, my rating's 2000, but you can still win easily. I don't know, man. I think you've watched enough of my videos that you know how to play against me if I berserk. Philippia August says, what do you think about the opening trainer here on lichess? I haven't used it yet, to be honest. I think I've seen it once, and I haven't had a chance to explore it, so no comment on that yet until I do. Hanwat says, when I watch John's videos, I think, wow, I can do that, and then I play against him, and he wipes me off the board. Hey, I mean, you're pretty close in rating to me in Bullet. I think you're plenty competitive. Shaunik says, John, play 1g4 in your first game. The Grob. Arguably the worst opening White has at their disposal. We could have made this a Grob thematic tournament. We totally could have done that. That would be an interesting experiment, right? Like if you create a Grob tournament, what percentage of the time will Black win? In Bullet, probably not much more than 50%, but I bet if it were a Blitz or a classical tournament, it would be heavily in Black's favor. All right, we're starting in less than a minute. DR Baker says, when John plays e4, he ends up playing the dragon like a positional bind as he did the other day. I don't know if I do that on purpose. It's probably just my style. Oh, I know which game you're referring to. You're referring to that game against Opus 55. It was a standard game. Yeah, you're right. That did take kind of a positional bent. Military Matt says, John, what is your advice for someone that is relatively new to chess to improve their rating? Military Matt, focus on solving tactics and playing lots of longer games. Play longer games online. I'd say at least 15 minutes with a 10-second increment or longer. And analyze those games afterwards. All right, so we're about to start here. I'll keep an eye on this chat. I'll try to keep an eye on the YouTube chat, but no promises. And let's do this. Huh, what? Okay. So interesting, last time I got that Sola Fide guy, and that was my first round opponent, but this time I get huh, what? Let's take this. And let's go bishop g5 and maybe e3 hereafter. Just trying to develop. I had a game in the chess.com streamers challenge, almost identical to this. So I've got the two bishops now. I think this is promising. I like the queen on a3, kind of keeps an eye on a7. And I believe I can take this pawn. I don't think my queen becomes trapped or anything. If he plays bishop c6, I'll have to back the queen up and get it out of dodge. Let's do that now, because otherwise rook a8 was going to be a trap on the queen. Okay, we'll take that. Let's go bishop here and attack this knight. Now let's go here and attack the queen. Huh. Is my queen in trouble on that current square? It kind of looks like it. Is they're going to play rook a8 next move. What am I doing about that? I'm going to play b4. I really hate having to play this move. But, oh yeah, that didn't actually solve anything. Oh boy. Okay, this is bad. I'm going to be going down a pawn, or a piece now, rather. We'll see if we can get it back. I might be able to get it back. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's do this. They can take my knight if they want. Bishop takes g2. Let's go here, see if they want to play g5. Let's give it a check. Let's come back here. I think I still stand a decent chance of flagging them and winning. He's really got to move fast now. All right, ooh, eked out a time win. Not proud of that one, but hey, win's a win. Start the tournament. Hacha Gahat. All right. We're getting the G6 treatment here. Jinji Indian? No, no Jinji Indian today. Ooh, drops a knight. A critical knight early on. I'm going to take that rook in the corner next move. And go up. Oodles of material. He didn't want the bishop either. Let's get ready to castle. Knight c6, probably d5, open this baby up. Yeah, bishop g4 coming. I could take this pawn. Maybe knight g4, actually. We'll try to get in a quick strike against their king. Well, on this move, it's hard to pass up that pin. So we'll do that. Take. Yeah, too much heat coming down on that king. Knight g5. Knight e5 would have also worked. Too much. Now we're hitting the bishop and also the f2 pawn. Yeah, rook takes h7. Hachagata is down to his last leg. Kareem, nice to see you in the tournament, man. I saw you there in second place. Ooh, and Shaunik just went ahead of me. All right, Kareem. It's go time. Big supporter of the channel, Kareem. Glad we finally got a chance to play. He's playing a pretty solid setup right now. He's kind of hanging back, not really giving me anything to chew on so much. I can take h7. Let's do that. Let's see if I can bamboozle him with h4. Because if he takes my bishop, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming against his king. I know he can take g5 now, but I'm hoping that I take g6 and really get at him here. All right, this should be fun. I'm going to do this. And if he goes back to safety to h8, ooh, he's coming out. Okay, let's take here. This looks like a lot of fun. Let's take here. Is he going to go after f3? Nope. Okay. I have no idea what's going on in this position. I'm ahead a lot of material, but I don't know if that will matter. Let's come here. Maybe he can... Okay, let's do this. And then take h8 next move. Let's come here. I'm setting up queen h8 mate. Okay, so we finally got Kareem. Wasn't easy. So I have 10 points against the field's 8, 5, 5, 4. Just okay is in the mix. Lufo, ooh, I almost hit that berserk button, but I'm not making that same mistake again. The underrated Lufo. He's playing a little differently this time around. He wants my light square bishop. I'm not going to let him have it so easily. Okay, let's go h5. Let's see how he reacts to that in the open h file. I meant to put that bishop on d6. Maybe it won't matter. Let's go queen c7, just stop any knight e5 business. Probably I can castle queenside. Seems all right. Let's try to double rooks on the h file and really go after that h2 pawn. I don't see how he defends it. He should probably play to open the center. Something along those lines. Okay, now I can go after this pawn too. So I gotta believe that this is good. Is that a free pawn? Looks like it. Then I can take d4 as well. Pawns galore here. Let's just bring this back. My queen is undefended, so I gotta watch that. But I think I got everything covered. We're still up like a bazillion pawns. It's a queen. All right. So we vanquished the dangerous Lufo. Dragon Slayer. All right, Berserk this time around. Play d5. Let's go after e4. Mr. Dragon Slayer. I'm going to go take this pawn. Threatening f2. Go after the rook. All right, so we got a nice material, tidy amount of material on our hands. And he's hanging more of it too. See, this is the error you have to avoid when someone's berserking. You don't want to come out of the gate too hot. You know, you gotta play your game. You can't be intimidated by the berserk. Because if you read too much into the berserk and you start trying to just immediately play fast, you're going to lose quicker. So don't do that. You want a good shot against a berserker? Just play solid, keep everything defended. Don't go too crazy. Okay, now I can give it check. And we've got mate and a couple. I'm just going to bring my rook down to d1. Okay, back to tournament. 19 points. Enter Dame here says, I noticed the stream was going on when I was about to go to bed, and I knew I had to log back on. Yeah, thanks for doing that. Thanks for joining in. So just okay. I'd really like to beat this player because they're trailing by 7 points, but that's not much. Is this like Just Kid? Are you Just Kid, except you're just okay? Ooh, I think I can win that pawn on d6 now. That was an oversight by black. Let's go knight g3. Hard for them to complete their development. Let's go a5. Really tough for them to do that. Let's go here. We'll bring this back. Castle. Let's play b6 because that looks like a nice protected pawn. He's probably going to jump that knight into d3. Maybe not. Let's come here, just attack this again. Now c4 is undefended, so we can go after this pawn. Yeah, I don't think this is looking too hot for black. They're down material. That's a good move, though. Okay, I'm going to defend like this. I hope those dark squares don't hurt me. Let's do this capture. Probably give a check here. Let's play h3, just kick this knight out. Rook d8. He saw it. Let's hide the king. Maybe knight g4, actually. Could have been played. Let's take here. Ooh, I dropped that knight, but maybe he can't take it. Let's come here. Queen c7. This is going to ensure the trade of queens in the win. Yeah. Too much. All right, checkmate. So 20 minutes remaining. We got a nice lead on the field, 11-point lead. Ross says, John is better at chess than I am at getting rejected by girls. I don't know you, so I can't confirm whether that's true or not, but I'm sorry, man. All right, Coach Amur. You're going to take that pawn, okay. I'm playing in gambit fashion. This is the note boom variation. Let's go here and try to trade the dark square bishops. If I can sink a knight into c5, I think I'm relatively happy. Like this. Let's play b3. So if he takes, I can take here, and he's pinned down the a file, so that's not going to help him. That one, let's see. I think I'll take here, and then I'll probably take on a6 next move. This looks good. Let's just go after this pawn next. I do feel like I can take it whenever I want, so let's do this. Attack this bishop. Let's come here. Take here, hit the queen, and then let's take this way. All right, so let's take and then drop this bishop all the way back. Like, this a6 pawn is too strong in the long run. It's too much of a long-term trump, that passed a pawn. I guess I can do this. He's going to bring his knight in to attack f2, but my plan is to go here. Took me a second to realize I could do this. But yeah, now we've got everything defended. Let's try to put this bishop on the long diagonal. Let's come here, rook b8. In the works. Coach Amur not giving up. He's fighting to the last pawn. All right. 27 points. Just okay again. Let's play c4 in this one. We'll do a little Catalan action. Catalan via transposition. Queen c2, defend the pawn. Plays for f5, interesting. So we get kind of a Dutch formation. I'd like to play for e4 at some point in this setup. First, let's gain some space on the queen side, though. I played c5, kind of closing that off. That's a free pawn. Let's do this now. Let's come here and just defend that. I'm actually going to back this off a little bit. Let's take here. Get ready for this. Let's play e3 just so I can take this way. He's going to take my rook on b1, but that's okay. I think I'm okay with this exchange sacrifice, actually, because it's hard for him to break through. He's setting up knight takes f4, so I need to defend this guy. Let's come here. Knight g4, forking this and this. Okay. Let's come here, just keeping that defended. You can see how important keeping stuff defended is. In regular chess, as in bullet, it's just crucial. He can try to infiltrate with his queen and still move this back. He's going to win the b pawn, I guess. Let's play this here. I haven't played this spectacularly. Still might be enough, though. Now he's got to trade. Let's chase that knight. We'll do this. Okay. Let's play h4. Take that. Go after these pawns. All right, and he resigned. 31 points now. Kyle Legion. Let's berserk this game. Hello to you, Mr. Legion. I'm going after your b2 pawn. Little pawn grabbing. Then I'm going to retreat the queen ASAP. Not sure that was worth all the trouble getting that one pawn, but who knows? Can't put a rook on b1, so that's nice for us. Ooh, that's a queen drop. Maybe he meant to go to b2, I don't know. All right, so we win that game. Ooh, Shaunik. All right, we meet for the first time in bullet, Shaunik. Let's do this. I'm going to play this kind of in King's Indian fashion, except I'm going to do an early knight c6 against you and then bishop g4 and try to pin you and maybe create some problems on your d4 square, like this, so I can win a pawn. I know. It's a tricky line. It's a tricky line for sure. Takes the knight, okay. Let's preserve our knight. I know this knight on d5 looks strong, but I think I can just let that knight sit there a little bit. Kind of let it hang out. Maybe go for c6 now. Let's play a5 just to try to take away some squares from that piece. Queen here. Ooh, I dropped c7. That was probably not so good. Now I'm threatening knight g4, so maybe I can get after him like that. Let's go here, chase that knight. Where to put it? He goes to c7, but looks kind of trapped on that square. Unless he can arrange like bishop f1 or something. That's the only way he could try to hurt me. That might have been a mouse up. I think he might have been trying to go to g2. All right, Shaunik. Someday you will beat me in bullet. Someday the student will become the master. Charles Messer says, when is your next chess rivals? AKA John Crushes Danny. Yeah, we haven't recorded one recently. It's mainly been my fault because I've been sick. And Danny was away at Millionaire Chess, but yeah, we haven't recorded one recently. So we're going to try to get back on the wagon real soon as far as that goes. Because I know Danny is itching to play. He's chomping at the bit for revenge, trust me. Okay, let's take and then go knight e2 to g3 in this berserk game. Let's try to chase him with the h-pawn as well. Okay, now he's created some weaknesses on the king side, so maybe I can get after that g6 square. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's do this. Is he going to win h4? Nope. Okay. Maybe knight f6 for him. Okay, let's go queen e2, try to pin him. Let's take there. Ooh, if he takes back, he loses the queen thanks to this. Ouch. And that is game. Okay. So 12 minutes remaining. Who's going to knock me off this tournament, guys? Come on, someone's got to do it. It would actually be pretty cool if like one of my subscribers just came out of nowhere and beat me. Like someone who I just didn't expect, like, you know, Anton or someone like that. All right, let's go here. Ooh, he has queen there. Yeah, I missed that move. That wins a pawn for him, I think. So he can take c4 now. Should have seen that. That's a common trap, actually, that you have to be aware of in this line. Let's go h3. I'm going to try to kind of trap that queen a little bit. See if we can do something about that. But, nah, he's probably going to get out of it. All right. Let's go b4, try to go b5. a4, same idea. Guess I'll play rook fd1. He's attacking that a2 pawn now, so I got to defend that against that. We'll go g5. Black has been playing well this game. Okay, let's do this. He has e5, though. I really need to get at c7. The only way I'm going to do some damage here is if I get at c7. Now I lose that. Okay. This is not looking good. Not looking good at all. All right, I'm going to try knight e6, even though I think it just loses. He can take and then take g5, I believe. Okay, well, that maybe helps somewhat. Maybe. Maybe not. I have nothing to do. Okay, let's come here. Cheapo mate threat. Oh, he fell for it. Wow, wow. That was dirty. That was really dirty. Oh, man. I gotta say sorry for that one. That was disgusting. I was getting killed that game, and checkmate out of nowhere. All right, so now we're playing Just Kid. So there's Just Kid and there's Just Okay. Two separate players. Important distinction. Okay, so let's do this. Attack that knight. Take here. Let's go rook b8, just hit that pawn. And we'll play d5, advance in the center. Why not? e6. So now I've got two good center pawns to work with. I think this is all right. A lot of times white will play knight a4 around about here. Let's play... All right, I'm going to do this. I don't like the fact that they can try to arrange e4, though. I think e4 would be a good move, I think. Let's do this and try to stop them. Maybe they have knight takes d5, I don't know. Let's bring this back to defend d5. I want to get at g2. Pawn grabbing. Okay, I see the point of that. I can't take there because they would win e4 had I done that. So now I'm hitting the rook on e1. I suspect he's going to see it. Oops, he blundered it. Okay. So we beat Ben, another one of our students. And Tony is doubling right now. He's got 33 points. 60 players in the tournament. Justin Gardner said, sick trick in the last game. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't much setting up queen takes g7. That was my only threat in the position. All right, Chucker, let's do this. Scandy time. How can I go an entire tournament without playing the Scandy? I think that's impossible. That's just not right, doing that. All right, Chucker is chucking his pawns at us. The H-pawn, that is. I'll take here. Destroy that structure. Maybe knight d5 after this. I like this to try to get at white's king. Let's give it a check. Just see what they do about that. Now h5 and try to threaten h4. It's a highly unpleasant move. I could have gone h4 there, but we'll just take the knight. Yeah, he blundered the rook on the next move. I think I can pre-move this capture. Okay. Let's go rook c8. I was thinking about trying to castle on the queen side and like checkmating him, but we'll just do it this way. King will go to g7. Trade queens. Rook check coming. Let's get this out of the way so I can go Rook here. Ooh, he hung his rook. I didn't see it. And now we got a checkmate down here. Yeah, checkmate next move. So 58 points. Somehow I'm doing better in these viewer tournaments than in normal tournaments. Imagine that. Okay, I'm going to play d4, and let's see what Shanik has in mind. I'll play the queen c2, kind of a little pet variation against this line. It's all right. It's not too bad for white, queen c2. I play it on occasion. Let's do an early a4, just try to attack this pawn. All right, castle, why not? Maybe e4, try to go e5. Looks like a direct challenge in the center. How about f4 and try to go e5? Seems interesting. Take here. Yeah, let's get e5 going. I think very important to do that. See, he really needs to advance c5. That's what he wants to do. I think he knows it, so look for him to try to arrange c5. Yep, there he goes. All right, let's do this. And he can play queen c6 and try to fork us, but all right, I'm coming out with the king, actually. I'm going to swing this over and try to create some mate threats. Let's play f6. Ooh, I think I see a checkmate idea. Let's play g4. I want to come into... Let's do this, actually. Because now I have this and then queen g7. Yeah. I was thinking about playing queen h6 right away, but I wasn't sure about queen takes c3, so that was the hang-up about that. Cozy said, how long have some of you been following John? And people are saying, 6 months. I found him via King's Crusher. That's unusual. Okay, Coach Amur. Let's not play the... I'm going to play something different this time. I'm not going to play that Gingy Indian. I'm going to play a different setup. Let's go for a Benoni. We'll do this and then get rid of our bishop, because that's what you usually want to do in the Benoni. Let's go here. A6, try to go B5. Let's do this. Queen E7. I still really want to play B5, but I don't think it's good, so I won't play it for now. I want to go C4 and then put my knight on C5. That's what I'd really like to do. So let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Also, knight G4 is interesting after that. Okay, let's do this. Maybe try to get the knight into D3. D3 looks like a good square. Yeah, let's do that. Let's come here. I'm just going to retreat for a moment. But that loses a piece. Because now we're getting at C4 on the next move. Once he takes. Yeah, take here. Let's go knight G4. Attack E5 multiple times. He's probably got to play E6. Come here. Let's give a check. And then we'll play knight to D3 on the next move. Attacking this. And then we'll check here. Ooh, I gotta watch. Alright, I gotta watch Queen F7. I blundered Queen F7. Brutal. Oh, Coach Amur. You got me at the end there. I thought I was going to go through this tournament undefeated. Yeah, and that was a game I should have won too. Hey, it happens. All right, Gonzo-sama. I think I jinxed myself because I said Coach Amur was going to win a game against me at some point. And he did, lo and behold. This is a line that white should avoid, I think, trading off the dark square bishops this early. But interesting how black's playing it. Okay, let's just do h4 and try to force the trade. We'll go bishop e2. H5, maybe knight h4. So try to swing the knight in up into f5. Could be interesting. We'll take with a king because, oh, they're going to take that way. Okay. Let's do this in that case. I want to take on h6 and just barrel through and win. I think I might be able to do that, actually. If they play bishop g6, I'm definitely going to take on h6. And, well, actually, I don't know. I'm not sure about that now. Bishop g6, knight takes h6, g takes h6, queen takes h6, knight h7. There's no mate there, and they might have queen g5 on the next move. So let's just do it like this. And I might end up castling queenside and just trying to come at them that way. Okay, let's put our king on c2 and thereby prepare something to come over here. Threaten mate. Okay, let's come here. Rook f3, maybe? What if we can take on f5? Let's go rook h1. Just kind of bottled up now. Let's just take that. Take here. It's too far down on time to do much. Yeah. Not enough time. Okay, back to tournament, and that's going to be about it. So it looks like we're going to take this one with 64 points, and I was doing so well up till that Kochemer, that blown game against Kochemer. You know, I saw queen f7 too, like a couple moves before I blundered with knight f4 or whatnot, but hey, what can you do? All right, so thank you guys for playing this tournament and also the previous one. And yeah, it was good. We got 62 players in. That's like comparable to a regular bullet arena. And it was a lot of fun at the same time. On the YouTube stream, we've got 116 people watching. So good stuff there. I don't think I'm going to make a new tournament. I think I'm going to wrap up the tournaments at least for tonight. Probably just going to stick around and answer a few questions if you guys have any from the YouTube chat or the lichess chat if it's in there. Yeah, it's a little after midnight now, so I think I'm going to call it a night soon. And 2 tournaments is good. I really want to make the streaming stuff more regular. It seems like it'd be great to try to pick a day or something and do it regularly. Ed Moella says, new Sunday night tradition, John. Yeah, like Sunday night is one of the nights where I just have time to do it. So I know I don't give you guys a lot of heads up, but Fishizzle says, John, can you talk about when it's preferred to leave bishops behind the pawn chain? Bishops behind the pawn chain. I mean, if you're trying to preserve a bishop pair, that's when you'd probably want to keep a bishop back and kind of ensconced in your pawn chain versus trying to bring it outside the chain, which might expose it to attack and allow your opponent to take the bishop pair. Charles says, John, maybe next time play some individual games against us Potzers like the first stream. Yeah, we'll make some time for that in the future. Shanik says, thanks, John. It was fun to play you at last, despite getting crushed. Yeah, thanks, Shanik. Glad to see you playing some Bullet, and you were up there. You were like number 2 or 3 for a while. Looks like Tony got a clear second place in this one, 45 points. Dragshoot86 says, I wasn't expecting a live stream on YouTube by John. Definitely going to check in more often. Check out my Twitter. That's where I put my stream announcements. And this one I only put like an hour and a half notice. It was a little last minute, but still an hour and a half heads up. So yeah, follow me on Twitter if you don't already. Jonas says, John, love the stream. Thanks. Thanks, Jonas. If I start on ICC and my rating on lichess is about 1600 plus, would it be worth going through it? I think that they might have been asking someone a question there. Jake says, what score did you get on your LSAT, John? Yeah. What did I get on my LSAT? The LSAT is the law school entrance exam. I think I got 162. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 162. I only took it one time. So pretty good, but there's people with higher scores than that for sure. Let's see. Have you any opinion on Yusupov's 9-book series, John? Kind of as a guideline for self-study. Yeah, the Yusupov books are pretty good. Um, I don't have them, but I browsed through them before. I think they're like School of Chess Excellence, something like that. No, that might be a different title. That might be Dvoretsky. But yeah, I've heard they're quite good. And I mean, Yusupov, Dvoretsky, all those old Soviet guys are excellent. Mike says, when to move the F pawn playing the Sicilian as black? Mm, very rarely, I guess. At least I can't think of too many Sicilians where you actually move the F pawn early. Not that it's a move you would never consider, but I don't recall like too many examples where, at least in the initial theory, you're moving your F pawn a lot. Sometimes in the Sveshnikov, you'll play like F5 to try to strike at a white pawn on E4. Mafria says, any future updates on climbing the rating ladder? It's my absolute favorite. Yeah, climbing the rating ladder will be continued, and I still have one episode to do in the current series, so I want to do 2000 to 2200. Haven't had a chance to record it yet, but I will. And since I've been climbing the rating ladder on chess.com, I'll probably do it on lichess next. Chevroy Lindo says, what's your peak rating, John? USCF peak rating, probably 2550 something. I'm close to it right now. I think my FIDE peak was 2460. John, how did you discover that the Scandi was something? I've just played the Scandinavian for quite a long time, so I have a lot of experience in it. It's actually an opening that a lot of people here in Minnesota play. So I've played it for almost the entirety of my chess career. So I've been accumulating experience in it for the past 15 years, a little more than that even. Trying to keep up with some of the questions here. What, if anything, comes with the great chess skill? Logical thinking? Are there real world advantages to being a strong, frequent chess player? I do think it helps out in logical thinking skills, planning. And there's a lot of crossover applications between chess and life. But ultimately, chess is a game, so I don't think you can read too far into chess prowess and intelligence in other spheres. I think that being good at chess kind of indicates you probably are an intelligent person. But again, it's a game. It's just one discipline, and you don't necessarily need to be a genius to become even a grandmaster. I think what you need is a lot of study time and practice, and just consistently working at this one game, basically. John, it was a pleasure losing to you today with the Scandi. Longtime fan. Quick question: who's your favorite rapper? I don't really listen to rap too much, but if I had to choose one, um, hmm, I don't know actually. I gotta think about that question because it's been like such a long time since I've listened to rap that I'm not even like recalling some of the rappers that I used to listen to. So let me think about that one. Actually, I like Biggie. I would go with Biggie. Yeah, he's probably my favorite. I'll go old school. Um, hmm. How much rating inflation do you think there is in online bullet? Hmm. I don't know about online bullet, but there's probably some rating inflation online on most sites. On ICC, actually, I don't think there's that much rating inflation. I think there might even be some deflation in some of the pools, like 5 minute and 3 minute and whatnot. But on chess.com and lichess, I think there's definitely some rating inflation in some categories. When are we getting a series on the Scandi? I haven't dabbled in openings yet, so it could be a while. I want to do some opening tutorials, but I want to do them in the right way, so hence I haven't released anything related to that yet. Someone says Chess 24's inflation is absolutely hilarious. Oh, Tony said that. Yeah, I haven't played much there. Is it really bad? Like, are high rated players on chess.com and Chess 24 in fact a lot weaker than they appear to be. What is the theoretical evaluation of Scandi? We're getting a lot of questions about the Scandinavian. When white plays an early knight e5 in mainline and follows up with bishop f5, g4, or if bishop g4, white plays h3, g4, followed by knight e5. That's kind of a specific question. It'd be hard for me to answer that right here. The evaluation of that line is acceptable for black. I think I know which line you're talking about. Peter says, Tony, are you the founder of lichess? Tony probably wishes he was the founder of lichess, but he is not. I can answer that one for him. Tybalt is the guy who founded lichess, as far as I'm aware. And Tybalt is a cool guy. He actually shows up in the comments to my videos, and he watches other streamers and stuff too. James says, I used the Exchange Kid to beat a 2,000 plus player over the board at a tournament this weekend. Thanks, John. It was my first time playing it. Cool. Congratulations on that win. Yeah, the Exchange Kings Indians underrated line, and if you've watched my channel a lot, you probably picked up some ideas. So keep it up. Nicely done. What rating range do you find the most satisfaction in mentoring? That's a good question. I kind of like taking class players, so like say anywhere from 1,000 to like 1,500, and trying to work them up to like expert or master. I think I'm pretty decent at that, and I like doing that. So I like players who are kind of getting into tournament chess and already have some success, but are really looking to up their game. Okay, so we've had a lot of good questions, and hopefully I was able to answer some of those. And we also got in a couple tournaments, so thank you guys for joining the Kozol tournament and now the Pavasovich tournament. That was awesome. Really appreciate it. And I think I'm going to wrap this up. We're right at about an hour and a half. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And follow me on Twitter. Search my name on Twitter, or it's username Fin0905 for further stream updates and announcements. So thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. And have a good week, everyone. Bye.